Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tasha Lewis Jean, however my Vibe Tribe calls me the TLJ. And today is part 2 of my Sisterlocs Journey. One of my new subscribers put in the comment that in part 1 I forgot to actually put all of the photos. So you'll see all of the photos at the end, and I will make sure before I release this video that at the end will be all the photos, the installation, my hair throughout the 2-year process, and how it's thrived during my Sisterlocs. But today is going to be more of the photos and products that I use throughout my journey. So initially in my journey, the Sisterlocs shampoo is what was recommended. However, my sister, who has had her locks for 7 years, she'll comment below if it's wrong. 7+ years she's had her locks, and she's like, yeah, just use this. Let's see. There we are. Here you go. And it's the Suave Daily Clarifying Cleansing Shampoo. And that is what I used. Follow the advice of your loctician, but that's what I used. I used this. And it pretty much lasted the 2 years because you have to always dilute it. And so I went to Sally's. And why am I telling you Sally's versus the dollar store or Walmart or wherever? The Sally's one, it's lasted 2 years and I'm still using it. So the spray didn't break, no issues whatsoever. So I purchased mine at Sally Beauty's, and you dilute with water your clarifying shampoo and you clean your scalp. And that's what I used throughout my journey was these products. As far as supplements that I used, initially I used sea moss. I would make my own sea moss, buy it from a Jamaican store, dried, then revive it, reconstitute it, blend it up, and then make my sea moss, squeeze a little lemon, do the whole thing, and then I used that for probably the first 6 months to 9 months of my journey. I haven't done that in probably a year. I don't know if it worked or if it didn't work, but it was one of the things my sister recommended to me. And then after a while, I was like, this is a lot of work. Now you can actually buy sea moss gel if you want to try it. Check with your doctor. Make sure it doesn't mess with any medication because it has iodine in it. For me, I used it. I don't have any pre-existing conditions that would stop me from using it. So I used it and then I stopped using it. So I don't know if it contributed at all, but it was something that I wanted to make sure my hair to grow faster. I just needed it grown because that first 3 months, you're real scalpy. I became a headbands girl during that time. Just throw a headband on and try to slick it back as much as possible. Things that I used throughout the journey, Biotin. Any brand is fine. The ones that I has, it has 5,000 mcgs. This is a Target brand. I bought like 4 bottles of these before we canceled Target in January. But this is what I've used, and it is the Target brand Biotin. And it's 5 mcgs per serving, and I take 2 pills. Let me make sure to tell you a serving. 1 pill is a serving. So I took 10. Oh my God, no. I took 2. So that gives you 10,000, and that's what I took. So check with your doctor before taking any supplements. But that's one of the products I use. And then as far as nutrition, so Vital Protein, collagen, peptides, every day, 7 days a week. Took it. And so that's one of the things I made every day. Vital Protein or whatever protein, collagen, peptide that you can find that's cost effective for you. You can use that, but this is the one I used. Products that I use now. Oh, so a wash day is braid and band. And these are the bands that I used. I'm an old school 80s kid, so I used Goody. The Goody bands. Yeah, they're cheap. They're $1.92. Maybe even $1 if memory serves me. You get 250 in a count in a pack, and they cost less than $2. So these are what I braid my hair down and then band it with these, the Goody ones. Cheap, easy, effective for your, and I always have 2, so I never run out. So I would shampoo, braid and band, and these are the products I use for that. For moisture, that I did use the Sisterlocs products for it, because again, you invest in your hair. My installation in Georgia cost $965. So that's how much my installation cost, and that was 2 years ago. So about August 2023 is when I had my installation done, and so $960. So that's why I didn't want to spend too much money on everything else, because that took a hit to the old budget, but it was worth it for me. But this herbal moisture spray is what I use to keep my locks nice and moist so they're not dry. Needed to do a little spritz anyways. So that is what I use. And then now that my locks are more mature, I also use Natural Wonders Fresh Hair Leave-In. So I use that, and these are specifically formulated for Sisterlocs. So I got these off the Sisterlocs website. See what other goodies. New products that I'm using as far as for my hair. I have dry scalp. I've been prone to dandruff, but my locks hasn't really been an issue throughout my journey because I oil my scalp. Now, the new product that I am now absolutely obsessed with, and it's brand new, and I got it while it was on sale at Ulta for $22. Now, I'm kicking myself that I didn't buy 2 bottles, and it is the Sacred Nourishing Hair Oil. And so I use that for my scalp. Again, itchy dry scalp after a wash, just within the scalp, and then massage it, and that is what I use. So it's Beyonce and her mom's product. Well, Tina's the one selling it nonstop, but it is Beyonce's brand, Sacred, and I am not a fan of celebrities, but this is backed by science, and it works. I've been using it for about 3 weeks now. It is phenomenal. It softens your hair as well. It moisturizes your scalp. Perfection. So that is the latest and greatest as far as all the products and everything that I've used throughout my journey. When you see these little flecks in there, that's not lint, that's my gray hair. So that is grays, not lint. You are to be vigilant when it comes to lint. Lint is the enemy of locks. So with it, it's braid and band, silk cap over my head at all times. If I am not doing anything and I'm just sitting at home watching TV, there's no reason for my locks to be out. They go immediately into a silk cap. They go into a silk cap for me to sleep. They go into a silk cap for me to shower. If it's not out, and like it is right now, because I'm filming and I came back from service today, went to breakfast with the hubs, locks are out, that's fine. But the minute we're done filming and I have to go cook or go sit and watch some, let's face it, YouTube, the locks get thrown into a silk cap, again, to protect it. And it's Sunday, which means my hubs has to check for lint. So be vigilant and diligent about checking your hair weekly for lint. For me, once a week is fine. I don't wear sweaters. I live in Florida. So sweaters is not something I wear, only when I have to go somewhere cold. I go visit my sister in Atlanta, or I go on vacation. Our anniversary is in December, so we always like to take a trip. So last year we went to Paris. It was cold in Paris, so I was having him check daily because I was wearing sweaters. I was enjoying the whole being able to wear sweaters and furry and fluffy items, and so I had to be very diligent about checking my locks for lint. And so for me, do a lint check if you live in a cold weather area. So you're about to go into fall, winter, do it more than twice a week. For me, twice a week is good. Florida, we get 2 weeks of cold out of the whole year. So for me, definitely check your hair for lint. Be diligent with if you're wearing something fluffy, put your locks up so that it's not rubbing on the clothes like this. there's nothing, there shouldn't be any lint on this. This is a workout, and it's, there's no fluff, no, it's not cotton to get to it. And so for me, I'm fine just leaving my locks flow on something like this. Other than that, they go up in a bonnet, and bonnets are for at home only. Bonnets never leave the house, just saying. So diligent about lint, diligent about keeping your scalp clean, and use whatever your loctician has told you. Follow the instructions. They are the experts. I am just someone that's had their locks for the last 2 years. I'm an expert on my hair and how I approach it and my body. You definitely want to check with your doctors about any supplements that you want to use, and you want to check with your loctician. Now, the final piece of the journey has been, would I recommend? Absolutely. Said that in my first video, we'll say that again in the second video. I would recommend based on your hair texture. If, for me, I have 4C hair. It is thick, it is coarse, it has coils. And so for me, fine. It took less time for me to get locked than someone who has softer texture hair. You will take longer to get locked. I wouldn't dissuade you from it. When you have your consultation with whoever's going to do your installation, ask them, how long will it take to lock my hair? My hair texture, will Sisterlocs be something that would be effective for my hair? So you want to have that consultation with your loctician to see if you truly can stay the course, where it'll take longer to lock your hair if you have a softer texture hair, versus me that does not. Motherland, 4C, coil, thick hair. So for me, I already knew that, yeah, this would be the perfect hairdo for me. That is it. Hopefully this video is short, and then the rest of the video will be the journey, so that you can kind of see in photos, because everybody told me take photos. You will want to kind of go back and see, and if anything, I'll even add a link to my very first YouTube video. I was, I want to say probably a year, so you'll see the other half of the year at the hair growth as well. But again, as we continue the journey, I'll take you on my retie, which will be next month, and we'll do a styling videos on how to style your locks. And then from there, we just keep doing as the locks grow, is what we'll call the episode. Please comment, please subscribe, please share, click on the bell notification so you know when I post, because this channel is not only about my Sisterlocs journey, it's also fashion, style, finding your personal style, looking at all the latest trends, and having fun with fashion. So thanks again, Vibe Tribe.